Right, hi everyone. Day 3 in the readings that I'm doing. The link with yesterday, yesterday was boxing. Today you have to guess the link. It's sport. And I know we've all missed certain things massively, haven't we, in the last few months? And for some of us it's sport, and I wanted to read to you today from what I think is the greatest ever book about football, and it's Fever Pitch by Nick Hornby. He's an Arsenal fan, and he writes about his connection to Arsenal from boyhood up to adulthood. And in the book, I think he captures not just what it means to be a football supporter, but what it means to be obsessed by something and passionate about something. Because I think, you know, if you can find a passion in life, it's a wonderful thing, you know, to channel positive energy into and to give you identity, even if it's a rubbish identity like this one. But no, you can't help who you support in many ways, can you? Those of you that follow football will appreciate that. But even if you don't follow football, I hope you enjoy today's reading, and I'm going to read a little bit again from it tomorrow. In this reading, Nick Hornby tries to explain what it is about football that makes it the greatest game in the world. Absurdly, I haven't yet got round to saying that football is a wonderful sport, but of course it is. Goals have a rarity value that basketball points and cricket runs and tennis sets do not. And so there will always be that thrill, the thrill of seeing someone do something that can only be done 3 or 4 times in a whole game, if you're lucky, not at all if you're not. And I love the pace of it, its lack of formula, and I love the way that small men can destroy big men in a way that they can't in other contact sports, and the way that the best team does not necessarily win. And there's the athleticism, and the way that strength and intelligence have to combine. It allows players to look beautiful and balletic in a way that some sports do not. A perfectly timed diving header or a perfectly struck volley allow the body to achieve a poise and grace that some sportsmen can never exhibit. But there's even more to it than all that. During matches, like say a big semi-final, although nights like that are inevitably rare, there is this powerful sensation of being exactly in the right place at the right time. When I'm watching Arsenal on a big night, I feel as though I'm at the centre of the whole world. When else does that happen in life? Maybe you've got a hot ticket for the first night of a big musical or a concert or a gig, but you know that the show is going to run for days, maybe weeks, maybe even years. So you'd actually have to tell people afterwards that you saw it before they did, which is kind of uncool. Or maybe you saw the Rolling Stones at Wembley, but then even something like that is repeated for night after night nowadays, and consequently doesn't have the same one-off impact of a football match. It's not news in the same way that an Arsenal v Everton semi-final is news. When you look at your newspaper the next day, there'll be extensive space given over to an account of your evening. The evening to which you contributed simply by turning up and shouting. You just can't find this outside a football ground. There's nowhere else you can be in the entire country that will make you feel as though you were at the heart of things. Because whichever nightclub you go to, or play, or film, or whichever concert you see, or restaurant you eat at, life will have been going on elsewhere in your absence, as it always does. But when I'm at Arsenal for games like these, I feel that the rest of the world has stopped and is gathered outside the gates, waiting to hear the final score.